what is this? What is this now? Well, last week, Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin with the help of the Undisputed Era. And I was expecting Daniel Bryan to come out here tonight and address Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't need to see this man right now after what he did last week. So I guess that he's... Oh, wait a minute! Look who's back! Daniel Bryan with a series of chair shots to the spine of Shinsuke Nakamura. Bryan is back for the first time in 4 weeks. And look at that! Big psycho knee marking Nakamura in the process. The NLW World Champion is back. Daniel Bryan set to defend that championship against Shinsuke Nakamura at Enter the Dragon. And it will be a last man standing match. Tonight, Daniel Bryan is the last man standing. But what will happen? Who will be the last man standing when those two face off at Enter the Dragon?
Hardy, at Enter the Dragon, I am gonna tear you apart. Your lackadaisical attitude pisses me off. Your brother Matt won't be able to save you from the beating at the hands of the bastard. I can be one miserable bastard, you know that. And it doesn't matter if you're Mr. Money in the Bank. Because after I've done with you, I'm gonna pick that contract up and I'm gonna take it as my own. And it doesn't matter when you cash it in, because after Enter the Dragon, I'm gonna be watching you, knowing that I beat you and I'm gonna get my title back. That's all it is, Jeff. You're a stepping stone to that NLW title. And when I'm finished with you, the NLW title will be around my waist, in the hands of the bastard, where it rightfully belongs. Clock's ticking. Jeff, I'll see you at Enter the Dragon.
Rest in peace.
Kenny Omega, The Undertaker, caged inside Hell in
a
a
Cell. No Limits Wrestling presents Enter the Dragon live on pay-per-view. To get early access to this event, visit www.patreon.com/No Limits Wrestling.
Speaking of Enter the Dragon, as Seth Rollins and the Hurricane lock up for their scheduled match, at Enter the Dragon, Seth Rollins is going to go one-on-one, we've just learned, with a brand new signing to NLW, Andrade. And speaking of Andrade, there he is at ringside with his new manager Lita, and Hurricane takes advantage of the distraction. And a Rana from the Hurricane, and a super kick. But an enziguri from Seth Rollins, who misses the curb stomp. And now going for the choke slam. But turned into the ripcord knee. And Seth Rollins with a curb stomp on the Hurricane. And Seth Rollins picks up a quick victory while staring daggers into Lita and her new client, Andrade. It was 2 weeks ago where Lita told Seth Rollins that he was a has-been and that Andrade was going to put him into an early retirement. But we shall see if that happens at Enter the Dragon. Enter the Dragon, Ricochet, and Rey Mysterio will go one-on-one for the X Division Championship. However, firstly, they will team up against Lashley and Suzuki. This is Lashley's first match here in NLW since he attacked both Mysterio and Ricochet. And look at the power of Lashley with a powerbomb. Lashley being mentored by the veteran Minoru Suzuki. Suzuki's had his issues with Mysterio and Ricochet in recent weeks. And now the sleeper and the headlock suplex, dropping Mysterio on his head. And Ricochet knows he needs the tag. But look at the power of Lashley. Lashley holding him there, and one arm lifting Mysterio and dropping him with a vertical suplex. Ricochet desperately wants the tag. He needs it now. And Minoru Suzuki holding Rey, but Rey with a reverse poison rana. Spiking Suzuki. Can he make the tag? Yes, he does. And in comes the X Division Champion with a clothesline to Minoru Suzuki. And Suzuki on the outside now. Here comes Ricochet with a Fosby flop over the top. Ricochet wiping out Suzuki. But there's Lashley saying, bring it on. Going for a dive, but caught out by Lashley. But a drop kick from Rey. And now Lashley in position, dialing it up for the 619. But back in with Suzuki with the sleeper. But a kick from Ricochet. And Suzuki is down. Ricochet on the top rope. My God, a 630 splash. And a Ricochet picks up the victory for his team. An explosive tag match to kick us off here tonight on NLW, with massive implications for our upcoming pay-per-view. And now that the match is over, Rey Mysterio turns his attention to what he wants. Rey Mysterio goes one-on-one with Ricochet at Enter the Dragon, but the question is, who is going to walk out as the X Division Champion?
I didn't have an easy road to the NLW Championship. I lost my fair share of matches, and yet, here I am. I'm the NLW Champion. I scratched, I clawed, I fought my way to the main event of WrestleMania and won this title by beating you, Shinsuke. You didn't win that match. I did. And now you've come back, you want another shot because you didn't get your way the first time. That's fine. But you see, the reason you were getting a title shot is because of me! I asked for this match, Shinsuke. You tried to end my career by sending me through the Tron, and then you sneak attacked me from behind again. Well, what I gave you was a receipt. A receipt for the pain you've caused me. Are you jealous that these fans would rather cheer for someone who works hard and doesn't resort to dirty tactics? It's clear that the only way to stop you is to give you what you want. So that's why at Enter the Dragon, a show named after the best technical wrestler in the world, I'm gonna put you to an end. But it's not gonna be a normal match, Shinsuke, no. After what you've done to me, that's not what you need. I don't wanna just beat you 1, 2, 3. I don't wanna just make you tap out. I wanna make sure you can't even stand up at the end. I'm gonna stand high at Enter the Dragon, still the NLW World Champion. Because Shinsuke Nakamura, I am gonna be the last man standing.
The NLW Tag Team titles are on the line, the first title defense for the Young Bucks. The #1 contenders are American Alpha, and they will face the winner of this match at Enter the Dragon. But for right now, it is the Usos and the Young Bucks in this Dream Tag Team title match. Went for a leapfrog, blocks the punch and an uppercut. The Young Bucks, of course, won the NLW Tag titles 4 weeks ago from the New Day. And now they're defending it against the Usos, who made the challenge, and the Young Bucks accepted. Pair of rolling Germans from Matt Jackson, but a kick out from Jimmy Uso. And catches the super kick, span around, and another kick from Jimmy, who's going to make the tag to Jay. The Usos have not lost in NLW, and tonight getting their first taste of a tag title opportunity. And A kick out from Matt Jackson following the double team. And a big time Samoan drop from Jey Uso. And Jey, again, the quick tags. Very solid strategy from the Usos. As Matt Jackson goes to the top, and what a DDT! Matt Jackson with a moonsault into the DDT. But he needs to make the tag if they want to stay in this contest. And he makes it. In comes Nick Jackson with a series of kicks. And the face buster moves to the apron and a moonsault. Nick Jackson like a house on fire here tonight. And now the Bucks double team with the buckle bomb. And holds in now. Nick on top. Swanton bomb. But a kick out, or at least, oh my goodness, and a double super kick from Matt Jackson and Jey Uso. But now driving the backside into the face of Nick Jackson, and Jimmy makes the tag to Jey. And they're going for the double splash. Nick is in trouble. Are we going to get new tag team champions? Oh no! Pushed off the top and he misses the splash in the ring. And look out! Nick Jackson with the Fosby flop over the top. And meanwhile in the ring, Meltzer driver. And the Young Bucks retain their NLW tag team titles. A hell of a tag team main event. But it is the Usos who suffered a defeat at the hands of the Young Bucks here tonight. And the Bucks are still your NLW Tag Team Champions. And let's take a look back at this incredible matchup. It was Nick Jackson with a Swanton assist, then the double super kick. Usos thought they had it won here, but the double splash was prevented. And it was Nick wiping out Jimmy on the outside, and that allowed them to hit the Meltzer driver on Jey in the ring. And the Young Bucks are still your NLW Tag Team Champions. The Usos suffered their first defeat in NLW, but it was an incredible effort put forth by them. And now the Young Bucks must turn their attention to the new number one contenders, American Alpha. Chad Gable, Jason Jordan, they will challenge Matt and Nick Jackson for the NLW Tag Team titles at Enter the Dragon, but the question remains, who is walking out of Enter the Dragon as the NLW Tag Team Champions? Ladies, at Enter the Dragon, it is going to be for the women's title. Yourself, Becky Lynch, versus the champion, Ember Moon. Now, as the champion, Ember, you must sign first. She sends the contract back over. Now Becky Lynch is the one left to sign. And it is official. The match will take place at Enter the Dragon, Becky Lynch versus Ember Moon. And now that wait a minute. Oh, look who it is. It's Rowdy Ronda Rousey. And she still believes she should be the number one contender, and now she's brawling. Now Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey going at it. As Ember Moon watches on and the referees trying to put a stop to this brawl. And Becky Lynch has had enough of Ronda Rousey. Oh, come on. What is this trying to prove? A cheap shot on the women's champion. But Ember Moon comes back with the Eclipse. Ember Moon wiping out Ronda Rousey. And good riddance. She's been moaning for weeks. And now we can focus on the match at Enter the Dragon. Ember Moon versus Becky Lynch. Who do you think is walking out as the women's champion?
vicious challenger, a defiant champion who will be the last man standing. No Limits Wrestling presents Enter the Dragon live on pay-per-view. To get early access to this event, visit www.patreon.com/No Limits Wrestling.
She has a lot of confidence in Andrade, and it's easy to see why. Rollins and Andrade are going to face off at Enter the Dragon, but right now, we've got a tag match for you. The Hardy Boys versus, in their first match here in NLW, Sanity. And this all stems from Sanity attacking Matt Hardy in their debut. And Jeff Hardy, meanwhile, has had his issues with the Bastard Pack. And a double team from the Hardy Boys. This is the first time we've seen the Hardys team up since they lost the tag team titles. And Sanity, with a win over the Hardy Boys, could put themselves in line for a tag title match. You never know. And now the tag is made to Alexander Wolf. And an exploder to Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy, Mr. Money in the Bank, gets booted in the face. And a big-time German suplex from Alexander Wolf. And Eric Young follows it up with a neckbreaker. And Matt desperately wants the tag. Mr. Money in the Bank, Jeff Hardy in trouble. Goes for the elbow, but Eric Young misses. And now Jeff Hardy with a whisper in the wind. Eric Young wiped out. Now Jeff Hardy makes the tag to Matt. And now going to wail on Sanity with the side effect. Oh, wait a minute, look on the stage though. Look who it is, it's Pac. Pac is back. Pac's going to face Jeff Hardy at Enter the Dragon. And Jeff Hardy going to go after Pac. But Matt Hardy sees he's been left alone. Jeff Hardy's gone to fight Pac in the backstage area, and Matt Hardy left all alone for Sanity to deliver their finisher. And Eric Young pins him, and Sanity gonna win their debut match here. Sanity putting an end to Matt Hardy and make sure that the Hardy Boys lose this matchup. Jeff and Pac are fighting in the back as Sanity celebrate this huge victory here tonight on NLW. Meanwhile, look what's happening in the backstage area. They're still fighting. Nakamura and Bryan still fighting in the backstage area. And the referees and officials having to pull them apart. Bryan and Nakamura fighting, and they want each other in the worst way. And I also cannot wait for Hell in a Cell. Kenny Omega made the challenge to The Undertaker for a Hell in a Cell match, and he is going to get it at Enter the Dragon. And it's been a while since we've seen Kenny Omega, and he's got a microphone in hand and he's not waiting to speak.
At Enter the Dragon, I go one-on-one with The Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell. I'm ready to do battle against the dead man, but I also know that his goons will not be far away. So I figured, why the hell not call out The Undertaker call out his ministry, because I figure, what the hell? I want a taste of Hell in a Cell, Undertaker. I want my blood to drip down my face. I want to get used to the feeling of being alive. So Undertaker, come down to this ring and let's fight like the warriors that we are and give these people a taste of what's to come at Enter the Dragon.
Well, Omega does not want to wait for Enter the Dragon. He wants to fight The Undertaker right here, right now. And it sounds as if The Undertaker's going to accept. His music is blaring as we await the arrival of the dead man. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. Look above. The Hell in a Cell is coming down. And there's Shinsuke Nakamura and Daniel Bryan. They're still fighting as the Hell in a Cell comes around ringside, but there's still no sign of The Undertaker. Oh my, and the lights are out now. What is going to happen here? And they're back on. And it was a setup. The Undertaker setting up Kenny Omega in the ministry, assaulting him in the ring. Inside Hell in a Cell, meanwhile on the top of the cage, Nakamura and Bryan fighting on top of Hell in a Cell as The Undertaker chokes out Kenny Omega. Bryan and Nakamura fighting on top. We are just 1 week away from Enter the Dragon, Hell in a Cell, last man standing. Will any of these men even be able to walk out of Enter the Dragon?